Now, I want to pause the performance right now and bring up a very special lady. Her name is Felicia. Felicia Yupanov. She's going to share her story of how CHP gave her a second chance. Felicia?
Good evening. Hi, Mommy. My name is Felicia Yupanov, and I was born and raised in Fayetteville, North Carolina. When I was 19, I moved to San Francisco to start my life, to learn how to survive and live on my own. In the beginning, everything was falling into place. I found my first job in my room in the Warfield Hotel. For 7 years, things were fine. I held down my job, I found my husband, and I was living in my new city. Life was okay, but it wasn't where I was supposed to be. 4 years ago, that's when everything began falling apart. I lost my job. Shortly after that, my husband and I got a divorce. It was all too much. Things were rough, real rough. I lost my housing, and I entered into a destructive relationship. Together, we started selling drugs on the mission. I was lost and fearful of where my life was headed. In late 2012, we got into a physical argument, and I ended up in the ER. That was when I decided it was time to change my life. I needed to reassess the people around me and focus on those who had my best intentions. My unemployment checks were coming to an end. I had enough money to stay in the hotel room for 1 more week, but I prepared myself to go into a shelter. I was lucky. When I went into the shelter, I was able to get a 90-day bed, which rarely ever happens. At the same time, I started going to the Women's Reentry Center to receive counseling and employment assistance. 6 weeks after being in the shelter, I found housing, but I knew that wasn't enough. I had been unemployed for 2 years, and it didn't matter that I had 9 years of work experience. On my resume, I was unhireable. I didn't know what to do. So my roommate at the time suggested I go through CHP Learning Academy, which she was currently enrolled. The hiring manager, Aisha, recognized my ambition and experience and fast-tracked me to the social enterprise. I was excited and grateful to start my next chapter. I was assigned an employment counselor, Chanel, and together we created a personal development plan. The staff really wanted to see me succeed and move forward, both emotionally and financially. With the tools they provided me, I knew I was in the right place. I had to take a look at myself and be able to embrace the future. I was a desk clerk for a year, and the social enterprise team saw my potential and quickly promoted me to lobby assistant supervisor. I went from being a part of the program to help run the program. I became a supervisor and a mentor to the desk clerks. This is my journey, and I'm thankful for every piece of it. I learned so much about myself and continue to build the life I have today. Thank you, CHP, for my second chance.